The introduction of armored walls provides a whole new dimension into competitive Fortnite. This super strong build will push the limits of what walls can already be used for. I'm going to show you the best uses for these armored walls and some secrets that will give you an edge. Hope you enjoy the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get right to it. Let's start with the basics of armored walls. Now, no matter what kind of build you place a wall on, it's going to have the same amount of HP. It could be a wood build, it could be a brick build, could be a metal build, could be a ramp, could be a floor. The only thing that you can't place armored walls on are cones, but you can edit the cone in order to look like a ramp and get that same effect. But no matter what you're putting it on, it's going to be 2500 total HP. The walls are so strong that it actually takes a full 15 seconds in order to break through it. Now let's take a look and see how we're going to use these in the match. We see a player that's getting jumped on and actually getting sprayed from multiple different directions. The player's POV that we're watching is going to secure the loot here by putting down multiple armored walls to prevent himself from getting sprayed by the same players that the opponent just got eliminated by. The preemptive placing of the walls allows this player to grab all the loot and not have to worry about holding or getting sprayed through builds while grabbing whatever loot that he wants. In these next two examples, we see players inching in towards zone. Both of them are using metal builds yet still wind up getting sprayed. Now, with the use of the armored wall, they're able to protect themselves and not have to worry about continuously getting sprayed time after time, and really puts a stop to any kind of spray that goes on here. This is one of the most effective ways, especially when players are trying to hold you outside a storm. If you could just simply place the armored wall on the edge or one tile in, it allows you to put yourself within a safe space in the zone. This next one is a fairly simple one. Now, instead of double layering or spending a ton of materials to double cone, all you're going to be doing is placing a armored wall on the floor to give yourself a really strong and reinforced high ground piece. You could do this both on the flats, or you can even do it on the builds that are holding you up so people can't chop you out from a different position. This next piece is a little more complicated and gonna take some time to get used to. During the end game, we're gonna see some crazy tarps going on, and there's a lot of people that wind up tarp surfing or trying to jump into the back of your tarp. This is a perfect use for the armored walls, as it will prevent someone from continuing on the same path that you took. It's actually something that Sentin mentioned that he did when I asked what are the different uses for the armored walls. So we see that used here, and I think it's something very simple that you should put in the back of your mind when tarping an endgame. The most obvious use is going to be while healing or trying to resurrect your teammate. Now, obviously you can throw it down in one direction to try and help yourself and prevent people from spraying out your wall and allowing you to either get a heal off or get your teammate back up. One thing that I did see on EU was a player was smart enough to throw these down in a preemptive position for the heal off. Now ultimately it doesn't use all the builds for the heal off, but it is really interesting to think about and how players are going to use this in the future and adapt it to have even stronger heal off metas. The last little secret I want to share with you guys is to use wood walls when possible, or just wood builds in general when placing down the armored walls. They all won't wind up being the same HP, and the other ones are more effective. The hard mats you're going to need later on, so try and save them for later and use the wood walls for the armored walls.